it shows unequal shares, so we are not going to color it. Now here in the next part, this is Think Smarter. I ask you to scan the barcode you have in your book. It has a very informative and very nice content, actually by the math experts. Now, write the number of equal shares. Now we have here a square. This is a square divided into 2. What are those shapes? What do we call each one of those? We call this, just use another color so you will see it. We call this rectangle, but the whole shape is called a square. Now we have how many rectangles, how many equal shares here? Amazing. It's 2. Now what about the next one? In the next one here, you can see the square divided into 4 small squares. So here we have how many equal shares? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 equal shares. Amazing. Good job, boys and girls. So now let's move to the last page for today, page 716. Now here this part is problem solving part. Now it says draw lines to show the parts. So now we are asked to show the parts that are written on the left side, on this side. So we will draw lines to show the parts. But we should focus on how many parts and whether they are equal or unequal. So underline the numbers and the word so you can easily solve it. Now I want you to pause the video, try to answer it on your own, then continue watching the video so you can understand whether you really understand the concept or not. Now we need to draw a line to show the parts. Number 13, now question number 13, it says 2 equal parts. And this is a square. We did it already at the beginning of the lesson. We will draw from this vertex to the other one on the opposite side a line. So we will have 2 equal parts, 2 equal triangles. So what about question number 14? It says 2 unequal parts. So can I draw it like this? No, I will have 2 equal parts. That's why I told you that you should underline the 2 and the unequal. So you can draw any line so it would show that we have 2 unequal parts, like this one, for example. We have here a square, this is a square, and a rectangle, and they are unequal parts. Now, question number 15. 4 equal shares. We want to split the circle into 4 equal shares. Let's imagine that this is a pizza you are eating, or your mom prepared it for you, and you want to cut it into 4 equal shares in order to give each member of your family. How are you going to divide it? You divide it like this? No. I'm sure you would like to divide it like this so you can eat the biggest part. But this is not correct. We are asked to draw four equal shares, sorry. 4 equal shares. So what can we do? Excellent. I can hear someone saying we can draw a line like this in the middle and another one like this. But I just want them to be more equal. This one and this one. Okay, so we have how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we call each shape of those? Do you remember? Do you remember what do we call this? We call it quarter circle. Okay, now in question number 16, we need 4 unequal. So can we draw it like this? No, this is wrong because this shows equal shares and we want unequal. So how can we do it? We can draw it like this. So we have very tiny small part and another tiny small part and 2 big parts. So this showed that it's divided into 4 unequal shares. Okay, before moving to the next question, I want you to tell me, if I have a circle and it is divided into 2 equal parts, what do we call this part? What do we call this? Good job. This is half circle. Okay. And what about this part? What about this part? What do we call it? We call this part quarter circle. It's so important to know the names and the terminologies in math. Now let's move to question number 17. Think smarter. Does the shape show equal shares? Choose yes or no. Now the first one here, excellent, good job. It's yes, it shows equal parts. Now we are asked to say yes or no, whether they are equal. We are going to say yes. Unequal, unequal shares, we are going to say no. So what about the following one? This one, the circle. Is it of equal shapes? No. Excellent. Good, boys and girls. So what about the last shape? Amazing. Smart, boys and girls. It's no. Because those are unequal. Why we said no here? Because those shows unequal parts. And here also, this one shows unequal parts and this one shows unequal parts. But for this is the only shape that shows equal parts. That's why we selected yes. Now, this is the end of the lesson. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening. Happy Mother's Day for all the moms hearing me now. And have a nice weekend. See you on Sunday, inshallah. Goodbye.